liberals are back at it again, if you can believe it. I saw something that floated across my timeline on X that is just one of those things that always just gets stuck in my dang craw, man. There's this post made by this gentleman named Sahil Lavangia on X that kind of got reposted by some people I follow. It's got like a few million views, so it's not like I'm the first person to see it or talk about it, but it's just a situation that's happened to other people that I've talked about before, and I cannot stand it when these commie bastards get control over organizations and communities and force people out who do not conform under the guise of keeping the community safe. I'm so sick of it. It's such a nebulous, vague reason to skirt around code of conduct and just be like, oh, well, yeah, okay, well, there's no clear violation, but people feel unsafe, so you gotta go. Is it just me? Like, I'm so tired of how weak and pathetic and fragile and ideologically captured people in America have become. I hate this stuff, man. Like, just it's a writing community. Chill the F out and read the story, dude. Like, what does it matter what the guy does in his personal time? How does that affect you? Is he bringing it into the community, or are you like looking into what he's doing in his own time? It's ridiculous. Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. Let's just get into it. Posted on June 24th, 2025, Sahil Lavangia. Lavangia. I think I said it right. Didn't expect that working for Doge would get me banned from a science fiction writing community I was a part of. Well, you know what, Sahil? That's kind of your bad, buddy. Are you freaking dumb? Like, it just reeks of fascism. You working for the Nazi saluter Elon Musk, dude? From the old Codex facilitators. Dear Sahil, the Codex board has reviewed your case and permanently revoked your membership due to concerns raised by members about your activities at Doge that violate our code of conduct and makes our members feel unsafe. Well, that's just an absolute shame. We strive to maintain a space where diversity is celebrated and all members feel safe and included around each other. The Codex board. First up, who the heck is Sahil Lavangia? Because this for me is the first time I've ever heard of the guy. Apparently he's a sci-fi writer, software engineer, owns a company called like Grumboard or something like that. And he did like a 55-day stint with Doge, and specifically he was working with the Department of Veterans Affairs. So that's kind of who he is. Who Codex is they are a private writing community for neo-pro writers. So basically writers that are new professionals. They've gotten maybe a couple things published. I think there's like a minimum amount of money they've had to have earned. There's so much stipulations, but basically you have to be a writer in more than just name. Like, you actually have to have some work out there that's like professional. It says on their website that because they are a private community, they have the right to kick anybody out for any reason or no reason at all. And I don't have any objection to that. It's a private community. Yeah, great, go ahead. My objection comes to, why did you say he violated a code of conduct? Like, if you have this right to just kick someone out for no reason, just say we've decided to revoke your membership. Done. No explanation needed. This idea that the members had concerns about his activities. I doubt very much that any of those members have any idea what his activities entailed. I think they saw that he worked for Doge. Elon bad, Trump bad, me brain hurts. This guy can't be here because I feel unsafe. How exactly does working for Doge violate the code of conduct? I don't know. I tried to look it up, couldn't find it. All I found was the fact that they were private and they will kick you out for any reason or no reason. And I couldn't find, I didn't spend like a ton of time diving in on the guy. I didn't see anything about the guy's, the guy doesn't appear to be like confrontational, offensive, controversial. This is the first time I've ever heard of him. That doesn't mean anything against him. It just means that's the first time I've heard of him. Like, and I couldn't find anywhere where there was a specific citing as to what his Doge activities were that and how they violated the code of conduct. It's just this nebulous, vague excuse they gave, coupled with, because of that, it made people feel unsafe. And I actually found something interesting that Grok told me, so take that as you will, about this excuse of community safety in order to force conformity. It's a quick little blurb. From Grok, the phrase makes our members feel unsafe suggests a subjective reaction rather than a clear breach. Example, threats or hate speech. A 2023 study in social science and medicine, don't forget to trust the science, noted that 68% of online communities use safety as a rationale for enforcing ideological conformity, which aligns with the responses to Lavangia's post. Example, Brett Cooper and Wendy Cortapeter, I don't know who that is, labeling it as leftist jargon or Orwellian. I'd agree with those ladies. This indicates the violation may stem from perceived political misalignment rather than documented misconduct. That might be the most obvious conclusion of any study ever conducted. And then the second part of their message, where they're like, we strive to promote diversity and all this stuff. How the dude's name is Sahil Lavangia. I think he looks like he's an Indian guy. He is to the liberal diversity. That's diversity, man. So I don't see how him working for Doge threatens your diversity, other than the fact that they are targeting DEI programs. But that doesn't mean you're targeting diversity. That just means you're targeting forced diversity. Diversity is good when it's just an organic result of meritocracy. Discrimination is bad no matter what. So if you say only white people can have this job, or black people can only have this job, or whatever the scenario is, that's discrimination. That's bad. Which DEI falls into the discrimination side of things, not the equal opportunity side of things. And I think a lot of people, especially younger people, are really confusing equal opportunity with DEI. I feel like they think that DEI is equal opportunity. It is not the same thing. And so when these young people see people attacking DEI, they think that conservatives or independents or whoever, non-liberals, are attacking equal opportunity, and that is not the case. But I have a suspicion that I think a lot of people are conflating those two concepts. But yeah, and like I said, they don't give a reason, so it's not even clear why exactly he was cut, other than, I mean, it's clear, right? Like, the members' issues were he works for Doge. Doge is connected to Elon and Donald Trump, and they are basically Satan incarnate to liberals. Well, they like Satan, so I guess they're God incarnate, I guess, because they love the devil. Anyway, what's even crazier about this whole thing is that, yes, he worked for Doge, but he also, when he was at the Department of Veteran Affairs, he said in an NPR article that he found that it was surprisingly efficient, and he thought that maybe this whole claim of mass fraud and abuse might have been way overblown, and there's just, in his head, he was just thinking things need to be modernized. And even then, he was really shocked, at least from the Department of VE. As far as I can tell, that's the only part he actually worked with. So as far as like the whole Doge umbrella, I don't know if he is in a position to kind of make that comment. But specifically with the Department of the Veteran Affairs, he was pleasantly surprised with how efficient it was. And then apparently he got like quietly dismissed right after he gave that interview with NPR. So like, he's not even like like Elon got rid of him. And he did say something nice. He said like Elon was really about transparency, and he would like constantly say that in public and in private meetings. So that's a huge strike against him right there. Yeah, dude. So like, he was like kind of agreeing with liberals. He's like, yeah, I didn't find any waste. I actually found the government to be quite outstanding. Hooray! I think I think these right wingers are kind of overblowing this whole government abuse thing. Like, he's literally agreeing with them, but because he was in the belly of the beast, trying to like look for governmental waste and spending and save tax dollars, they're like, holy crap, this guy is an Elon sycophant and a Trump maggot, dude. It's hilarious. The guy's probably a liberal too. I don't even know. Like, he might just be one of them and just wanted to like, kind of get his hands dirty and see what the deal was and see if he could help the government that he so loves. I don't know. But yeah, dude, it's just they threw this guy to the wolves, tossed him under the bus over nothing. Like, he literally, like, how bad can this guy possibly be? As always, liberals, stay classy, embrace conformity, and remember, the nail that sticks out gets hammered. Anyway, that's all I got for this video. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe, and turn on the notifications, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.